So this woman brought up a good question in part 2 of the Not a Friend series, and I want to expand on this because I don't think it's talked about enough. So her comment here says, it's like they hate you but gaslight you when you clock it. Why do they want to hang out with you if they're like this? I'll never understand. And my response to this was, I've learned recently that some people don't like anyone, including themselves. So it doesn't matter who they're around if they don't feel like being alone. At least they have someone around them to dump on. There are people among us who just don't like anybody. Acquaintances, colleagues, classmates, friends, family, or even themselves. And I believe this is more prevalent among men because of the way men are socialized in our society. To begin to understand this, I had to imagine a day in the life hating myself and literally everyone else. I couldn't even make it to lunchtime because of how extremely sad it felt. But there are people living this way every day, and they have been living this way for years. And they don't want to be alone, not too long, because if they're alone long enough, hating themselves long enough, they're likely to permanently check out of life. So being around you or someone is a distraction from that perpetual self-loathing. They also get the opportunity to express that hatred towards someone and relieve themselves of what's bottling up inside them. However, they can't express it fully because then you won't want to be around them anymore. So they have to express it in subtle ways they can get away with. For example, I was on the phone with a former friend one time and he was talking about traveling somewhere, but he wanted an inexpensive place to stop overnight along the way. So I told him that he could crash at my spot because it's kind of on the way, but he said that's a stupid idea and then mentioned something else or another idea that he had. So after he was done, I said, well, you may call this a stupid idea, but it would put you closer and I won't charge you for staying here. Then he immediately apologized. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call it stupid. I didn't mean to use the word stupid. But now looking back, I realized he didn't apologize for calling my idea stupid. He apologized because his disdain was too obvious at the moment. And what they can get away with is going to vary from person to person. So once they learn that you're way too nice, they're going to feel more comfortable blowing off more steam towards you. So I think that kind of sums up the life of a covert hater. What are some things you've noticed about people who don't like anybody?